Hi, I'm Danny Glover, and you're watching Joburg Today.
The film industry in South Africa is in no way immune to the tough times that the global pandemic has brought with it, with many filmmakers finding their projects on hold and now desperately trying to make ends meet. We find out more.
The film industry is barely surviving in this country, and we just really didn't need something like COVID to extend on what has been happening in South Africa. I mean, there are a lot of initiatives that have been done. However, those initiatives seem to just be, talk, and a lot of talk, very little action. I know that a lot of filmmakers who had to really think out of the box and really be creative. For instance, we went and shot clips of Johannesburg when it was completely empty. It was the only opportunity that you'd get to see the city in that particular state, a ghost town, which is hardly ever heard of. So, we've had to find ways to say, how can we use what is happening to our advantage? Even though it might not mean that we make money at that point in time, but it's an investment for the future. That means now we have certain clips that people might need to or want to use in their films, and we'll be able to sell it to them.
So how is the Joburg Film Festival trying to resuscitate this struggling industry?
We run a program called the Youth and Audience Development. So it's twofold. It's not just about developing young people, but we're a country that is not doesn't have a developed audience, in terms of film consumers, people that will really just kind of take their hard-earned money and go to a cinema and watch movies. We're a television country. People are much more comfortable sitting in their homes and watching TV. So we have to develop or rather redevelop an audience for the films to be consumed. So the Youth and Audience Program really looks at young people who are keen in coming into the industry. And what we do is that we run a competition where young people submit a film that they've shot on their cell phone. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You take your cell phone, you walk on the streets, and you say, hey, I'm walking on my streets, and this is what I see, and this is what I like about my neighborhood. This is what I enjoy about my neighborhood. I don't like this, I like that, and this is what makes my neighborhood cool. And just how you treat the entire subject around where you are, your neighborhood, or how you feel about it. We then select people that will then participate in a competition where they will then be mentored by film professionals. We'll run workshops throughout the festival period for those people to be mentored into the film industry. We then select a final winner. So there will be somebody that will win at the end of the day, and they will then get a scholarship to go and study filmmaking. So we're not just looking at a festival initiative where somebody is studying now or coming to a workshop and leaving the workshop, and then they're left empty-handed. And part of the package is that person then gets to also be given equipment. So, their first camera, their first set of lights, their first set of sound equipment, their first set, so a complete film kit that will then enable them to move very swiftly and smoothly on this journey. And it's about developing storytellers. We're not interested in people who want to come into this just for the fame, just for the money. We want the passion. We want you to be passionate about telling stories. Part of the theme of the Joburg Film Festivals is our stories, our gold, and we want to dig into that, into this gold that is our stories. And we want people that are willing to make the sacrifices that are necessary in order to be good storytellers. Film is more than just about business. It's a passion. You don't get into this industry because you want to make lots of money. You get into this industry because you want to tell stories. So you find ways to tell stories, and you find avenues that allow you to be able to do that.
And you're watching
You are watching
Joburg Today.
Joburg Today.
Joburg Today.
Joburg Today.